What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's your man Steven Steele, Real Deal Steven Steele, coming to you live this Saturday night. Feeling all right? What is good, guys? Good to see you guys. Got a very interesting show for you lined up tonight. Some very interesting, provocative developments since the last time we were last on, and we're going to get into all those things tonight. But it's great to see you guys. If I had asked you just to smash that like button before we begin, I'd really appreciate it. It's the number one thing you can do to help out a channel like this. Also, if you're brand new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. You're watching Steven Steele Live. I'm Steven Steele, and feel free to hit that subscribe button. We've got an incredible little community here, and love to have you be a part of it. Who do we got in the chat tonight? We've got Wildin' Out Doodle Doo, Donald, Hump Deezy, Charles, Doge Scotland, Crypto Tank Girl, Nostalgic J, Larry Ramirez, Casanova, RW, Golden Greaser, Hump Deezy, Alan Schneider, 7-1. The list goes on. Welcome. Great to see you guys. A lot of members in the chat tonight. Nice to see. Also, if you like to super chat anywhere throughout the duration of this broadcast, that's obviously hugely appreciated for the time and efforts put in. Feel free to ask myself any questions or comments you'd like, and I will do my best to field those within my capacity. Anyway, Casanova, Abstractus Artemis. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm sure many more people will be filtering in as the show continues. So Dogecoin right at about 25 cents right now. Pretty good. This is kind of approaching new floor territory. It's modest but important. The overall trajectory seems to be good. Everything's looking very sound in the market right now. I think I'm very optimistic about the trajectory of things. As we stated previously in the recent past, both Nick and I seem to conclude that the overall market is going to be a bullish one throughout the next few months here. Now, that's not going to be without its retracements, mind you, but the overall trajectory looks very bullish for the next few months, and I think it's very possible, too, that within the next few months, we could see something of a parabolic rise in relation to Dogecoin. I know Justin Bennett is still hammering the prediction of Dogecoin going anywhere from 500 to 1,000% rise. A little bit more bullish than my prediction, but I'm not taking off the table. I do think when we look at the overall cyclical algorithmic patterns of Dogecoin, particularly over the last year and a half, this would be right in line with what we've seen in the past. Months of just sideways trading and accumulation, followed by a really strong ascendance that settles down with a sizable retracement, but still landing us in much better position than where Dogecoin would be before such a parabolic rise in market value. So can this happen within the next 2 months? Certainly can. It certainly can. Trucking All Day starting things off right and out of sight with a super sticker of a Shiba Inu Kung Fu. I love it. Thank you, Trucking All Day. Appreciate you. Low Roller Scratcher, you see Cryptos Are Us YouTube channel talking about Shiba Inu. He said Shiba Inu is better than Dogecoin. I did see that. That's his opinion. It is what it is. He's taken that trajectory. You guys pretty much know where I stand on SHIB. I'm not here to persecute anyone for investing in SHIB. I know there's money to be made. Obviously, today is a great example. SHIB is up like 17% in one day. And we'll talk a bit about SHIB's market activity today. Also, I just don't respect the project. I don't respect the project because it specifically targeted to subvert Dogecoin investors to its project, calling it the Dogecoin killer. Just seems like very cheap, sleazy marketing. I'm not with it. My loyalty is to Dogecoin. It's the original dog money. It's the original joke / utility, high utility coin. It's both of these things, and I think it does it the best. 7-1. Good to see you. And we have some breaking news here. I'm just going to cut to it before I get to the other stories in the cycle, like you see in the thumbnail, like you see in the title. So a very interesting thing transpired. A lot of people are talking about it right now. And a lot of people are confused by what's going on right now, okay? And that is Elon Musk responding to a Twitter user that posts a lot about Dogecoin stuff, Dogecoin related stuff. And it's left a lot of people confused, right? And it's basically the Twitter user is talking a lot. He's just talking about who's on the Dogecoin Foundation, including Vitalik Buterin as blockchain advisor, and essentially one of Elon Musk's attorneys, Jared Birchall, as a representative on there as well. Elon responded with this: "Neither Jared nor me nor anyone has anything to do with this foundation." Kind of perplexing. I tweeted back, "Thank you for the clarification, Elon," because I didn't know what else to tweet back. But the more that I looked into this, I really don't think there's any nefarious activity on the Dogecoin Foundation's part. I really don't think that there's anything askew in terms of what's going on with the Dogecoin Foundation. I don't think they've purposely misled anyone. I can tell you firsthand that the people that sit on the Dogecoin Foundation and the developers there have of the utmost integrity, and they wouldn't list Jared Birchall as sitting on the Dogecoin Foundation unless they had that completely verified. Okay, so I can tell you with absolute certainty, before anyone goes blasting the Dogecoin Foundation or second guessing their integrity, etc., this, that, and the other thing, it's not the Dogecoin Foundation. There is something going on between either a miscommunication, a misunderstanding that Elon is having as far as Jared Birchall's relationship with the Dogecoin Foundation. Either Elon read that tweet and misunderstood the tweet and was responding to that, or Elon could be reacting perhaps out of some activity that he's seen, and it's kind of rubbing him the wrong way. What I mean by that is, and now this is what I'm about to share with you, it's merely speculation. I'm merely throwing this idea out here as a possibility for why this happened. And this is a warning that I've tried to issue previously. This, by the way, this may or may not have anything to do with it. It wasn't too long ago that we saw Elon Musk kind of turn on Bitcoin. And I think one of the main things that prompted that turn was a lot of the attitudes, philosophy, and behavior of Bitcoin maximalists. And it caused Elon to react stronger in rebellion to Bitcoin. We saw just not too long ago, just last week, the Bitcoin mentality on display in that Twitter space debate between Mark Cuban and various prominent members of the Bitcoin community that could be just very well described as Bitcoin maximalists. And I think most people walked away with a real bad taste in their mouth in terms of what we witnessed behavior-wise and tonality-wise from these Bitcoin maximalists. And with good reason. And remember what I told you guys when I covered that live. I was streaming it live, and then I offered some of my own thoughts and commentary preceding that debate. And one of the main takeaways I took from it, folks, ladies and gentlemen, was that we should take that as a learning opportunity for self-reflection. Because there are elements within the Dogecoin community that are very maximalist. I'm very Doge-centric. I love Dogecoin. It's far and away my number one position in my portfolio. I believe in it. I believe in its long-term trajectory. I believe in its potential. I make the case for those things night after night here on there. But one thing I am not about is bullying, negativity, harassment, getting into contentious crypto wars with other people due to our preferences in cryptocurrency. I think these things are fruitless ventures and very counterproductive. I don't think they lead us anywhere, and I think anybody encouraging that kind of behavior is actively harming the Dogecoin community. Now, I have seen an emergence of these kind of attitudes within the Dogecoin community. It is still a minority, mind you, definitely a minority. I want to be clear about that. But small minorities can be very loud and obnoxious and give you the impression that perhaps it's a little bit more than the few people that it is. Now, when we rewind to what we witnessed that evening with Mark Cuban and the Bitcoin maximalists, that is how, now think about how distasteful and obnoxious the Bitcoin maximalists sounded that evening. That is how certain segments of the Dogecoin maximalists sound to everyone else. Now, I implore to ask you, fine people, how many Bitcoin investors, new Bitcoin investors, were made that night listening to that Twitter space? I'd say about 15, 16,000 people were listening at a time. How many new investors do you think were made from that conversation in Bitcoin? I would dare to say a smattering, a handful, at best. At best. But probably none. So, and again, could this have something to do with Elon's kind of short, curt answer towards that statement regarding the foundation? He may have witnessed some of this activity, some of these vibes going on. He's very engaged in crypto Twitter. He obviously, look, folks, again, this is just an observation, but what we do know is Bitcoin maxis are what encouraged Elon to turn on Bitcoin. We cannot make the same mistake here. We have an incredible ally. We have incredible connections. We have an incredible opportunity here. And I would just hate to see us blow it. I would hate to see us cannibalize ourselves due to letting these toxic attitudes and mentalities emerge within the community. We need to be supporting each other. We need to not be hyper judgmental of each other, not be hyper nitpicky of each other. If somebody has Dogecoin in their portfolio and it's only 10% of their portfolio, who cares? They're part of this community just as much as someone wherein Dogecoin is 100% of their portfolio. People that are casually interested in Dogecoin are welcome here. People who are all in, balls to the wall on Dogecoin, like many of us, right? They're obviously welcome here too. People that choose to, extend their investment decisions to more riskier ventures, whether it's NFTs or tokens or whatever, that's their prerogative, that's their money. For us to be hyper judgmental on how people spend their money and the decisions that they make for themselves, we don't know people's individual circumstances. Life is hard, folks. Life is difficult. Sometimes people have financial pressures and motivations we cannot see. We cannot fathom. Sometimes people are struggling with things we cannot fathom. We cannot understand. So I would humbly submit to you that it is my opinion that a Doge-centric attitude is one of non-judgment, is one of welcoming people, is one of having fun, being friendly, when we look at many of the statements Elon has made in the past to why he was originally drawn to Dogecoin, it was because it was fun. It was funny. It had a positive community. It had a fun community. Now, if we start extracting the fun and the funniness out of it and the whimsicalness of it and replace it with maxi sort of attitudes, then we're having a lot less fun. And that really diminishes the appeal of Dogecoin for people like Elon, in my opinion, from what I've observed through previous statements he has made. So, I don't know what more I can add there, but these are just speculations, and it's a tepid warning, frankly. I want to see people get along more. I want to see people just get on with it. You know, we all came here stumbled up across dog money through our own means and our own relationship with it. And when you've got a community this large, this massive, you're going to have a lot of different kind of personalities. You're going to have a lot of different kinds of people with different opinions and persuasions on things. And that's okay. But part of being able to foster a huge tent like this in a civilized manner is to calm the contentious waters, calm the drama stirrers, calm, frankly, toxic maxi-esque kind of vibes and attitudes. This is not helpful. And I would implore those folks who have been kind of spreading these vibes to please maybe just take a little bit of time for self-reflection, please. Just a little bit of time for self-reflection and try to see this objectively, how it's perceived outside of yourself, outside of your short list of friends. I don't mean that insultingly. I just think it's, like I said, I think this is a minority people that are causing a lot of trouble. So anyway, those are my thoughts on that. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the chat. But again, this is just a speculation. But again, I would like to be clear, just so there's no misunderstanding. I don't believe there is anything nefarious on the Dogecoin Foundation's behalf. I believe that the integrity of the people sitting on the Dogecoin Foundation is bar none top-notch. These are top-notch folks when it comes to matters of honesty and matters of integrity. In fact, you could, I don't even know if you could assemble a better bunch of people in that regard. So there's either a misunderstanding here on Elon's part, or something's rubbed him the wrong way. And so I'm just maybe speculating on something or some things that perhaps have rubbed him the wrong way. It's got to be one of the two things, folks. It's got to be one of the two things. So let's see what's going on in the chat here. Crypto Leprechaun, good to see you. I love that name. Josh Randell disavows, good to see you. LA Native TV, haven't seen you in a while. Hello to you in Los Angeles. I used to spend quite a bit of time in Los Angeles. I do miss it sometimes. I still got a lot of friends over there. I didn't get a chance to see Matt's video from earlier tonight, so I can't comment on it. I usually get a chance to check it out, but there's only so much time in the day. I can only take in so much information and content in one day. Well, set enough time to create my own content. Some people don't even own Doge and are a part of the community. That's very true. That's a very accurate statement. I mean, I've gotten messages from people telling me that they're not even in Doge and they just love the show. Heck, I get messages from people that are not even in crypto. They just like the vibe of the show. And that's the kind of community I think we've fostered here. I may not have the biggest channel, but I do think that we've fostered one of the best communities around. I mean, you guys are just fantastic. Everyone here is very positive, very uplifting, very welcoming to new members, new people. And, you know, we come on here night after night, and we have a great time, don't we, folks? Don't we have a great time? And that's what it's all about. And that's arguably the main reason why I do a show like this night after night, is because, as I explained, my personal investment strategy, especially when it comes to coins like Dogecoin or Ethereum or Bitcoin or XRP, WXRP in Cincinnati. These are long-term strategies, and for me, these are long-term holds for me. And I think to make those more big life-changing gains and have a higher probability of making that happen, I think it's a long-term journey. It's not something like that's life-changing wealth. Wife-changing wealth is not going to typically happen in the course of 6 months. It's going to more likely happen over the course of several years. As we talked about last night, as I illustrated by several examples of millionaires made through cryptocurrency, happened through most of them that are made, guys, have one thing in common, and that is just letting things ride long term over the course of several years and just going about your life and other aspects, keep making money. And I think one of the reasons why I feel motivated to come on here night after night with you guys is to give everybody a fun haven to hang out, have fun, laugh, just let loose, and to lift each other up and to keep each other encouraged, right? You know, there's an old saying that goes, and I forget the philosopher behind the saying. It is, if you find yourself lacking enthusiasm, wax yourself enthusiastic. Let me say that one more time. If you find yourself lacking enthusiasm, wax yourself enthusiastic, and soon you will be so. I got to be honest with you folks, particularly with the chronic health struggles that I face that you guys don't see. Some days it's very hard for me to get on here. Some nights I feel like absolute SHIT. Some nights my body doesn't want to do this. But I know once I pump myself up and I put myself in a place of encouragement, and I will myself in a place of encouragement, and I will myself in a place of a more positive mindset, I soon become that. And then we get rocking, then we get rolling here live. Then I start feeling better, and then we start feeling better together. And guys, sometimes there's not a lot going on in the market, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's just unremarkable. It's trading sideways. It's stuck at the same, market value for a couple months at a time. But there's still a lot to talk about. There's still a lot to be encouraged by. There's still a lot of hope to give, right? There's still a lot of happiness to spread. There's still a lot of encouragement to give. Going through this life, guys, we all need encouragement. We all need to find our groove, right? We all need to find places, whether it's online or IRL, that we feel welcome. That we feel appreciated, right? This is important. Particularly since we've gone through this worldwide pandemic over the last almost 2 years now. It's put a lot of stress on us, right? So even more than ever over this last year, our social lives have depended on online sourcing more than ever before. So I know I went on quite a tangent there, guys. But anyway, someone mentioned living with Lucy. I'd like to go on record to say I love Lucy. I love living with Lucy, in my opinion. She has one of the best attitudes. She is one of the best Doge-centric content creators out there. I just love her vibe. She's marvelous. She is fantastic. And I know there's a fair amount of crossover between her audience and mine, and I love it. Steele, give us some Frank Sinatra. Oh, some Frank Sinatra. I don't know. Even singing some Frank Sinatra would probably get me a copyright strike. But one of my favorite Frank Sinatra songs, I have so many. I grew up on Sinatra. since I was like in junior high and then all the way through my young adulthood, young manhood. But it was a very good year. Is one of my favorites. And my favorite Frank Sinatra album is In the Wee Twilight Hours. I think that's what it's called. See, the Wee Small Hours. No, Wee Twilight Hours. And that is I relate to that album. And let me know if you guys are getting bored of my non-crypto tangents. The reason why I relate to that album so much is because I've always been an insomniac. And I've always been overly analytical and a hyperactive mind. So the theme of that album talks a lot about that. And those close to Frank Sinatra said he was always a night owl, whether he spent the company among friends until the wee twilight hours of the morning or by himself. He always did one of the two, but he was always up until 5, 6 in the morning typically. And that was his vibe, right? But it was a very good year. It was awesome. I love the melodies. When I was 7, wait, I was way off. When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for small town girls and soft summer nights. We'd hide from the lights on the village green when I was 17. Yeah, and my favorite line in this is, when I was 35, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for blue-blooded girls of independent means. We'd ride in limousines their chauffeurs would drive when I was 35. Yeah, they'll probably give me a copyright strike, but whatever, guys. Stephen Steele, I agree with you. Yeah, Lucy rocks. I agree. So I hope the singing didn't bother you guys too much. I'm sure a couple of your dogs on the other end of the screen right now are howling at the moon. Oh, oh, oh. Can you dig it? Yes, I can, man. Yes, I can. Charles, good to see you in the mix. The Golden Greaser snuck in there somewhere. Good to see you. Of course, Alan Schneider. Keeping it real out in that farm life, let's get to a little bit of news here. Let's get to a little bit of news here. This story comes courtesy of Ben Zinga. Ben Zinga. Almost a third of all cryptocurrency holders own Dogecoin, says survey. Dogecoin adoption in the U.S. supersedes. Now listen to this. Listen to these epic statements here. These are very encouraging statements for those who are Dogecoin holders. Dogecoin's adoption in the U.S. supersedes Bitcoin and Ethereum, with 30.6% of crypto owners saying they own Dogecoin. That's 1.6 times the global average adoption of 19.2%. The survey finds Cardano ADA enjoys the highest popularity in Australia, where more than a quarter of the country's adult crypto holders own ADA. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Binance Coin, BNB, of course, enjoy the highest adoption rates in Asia. In Japan, more than 3/4 of crypto holders own Bitcoin, while over half of the Singaporean crypto holders possess Ethereum. The report says Ethereum sees its highest adoption with crypto owners in Singapore, and the list goes on. Guys, but the bottom line is, in the United States, congratulations, the United States crypto holders, United States crypto enthusiasts, congratulations. Big round of applause for us all. We are really doing it too. We're doing our job here. So again, Dogecoin's adoption in the US supersedes Bitcoin and Ethereum, with 30.6% of all crypto owners say they own Dogecoin. That's 1.6 times the global average adoption rate of 19%. So wow, we are really ahead of the curve here. We are really holding it down so far. Heads and tails above the rest. Dogecoin is the most widely adopted cryptocurrency in the United States. So I thought that was encouraging. I thought that was a cool little tidbit there. Next story here, kind of interesting. The CEO of AMC, Mr. Adam Aron. Now, this was a quirky story. This is one I didn't get to. I meant to a couple nights ago with Nick, but, Nick and I get caught up on just shooting the breeze and time gets away from us. And this comes courtesy of Market Insider. AMC CEO says the movie theater chain could issue its own cryptocurrency. Oh, that's a surprise, right? AMC CEO Adam Aron says his movie theater chain could create its own token. There's a lot of reasons why AMC could be a successful issuer of cryptocurrency as well as a redeemer of cryptocurrency, Aron told CNBC. AMC is among a handful of companies that have embraced crypto as a payment. AMC's entertainment enthusiasm for cryptocurrency is growing. CEO Adam Aron on Wednesday told CNBC that the movie theater chain could potentially create and issue its own token. There are a lot of reasons why AMC could be a successful issuer of cryptocurrency as well as a redeemer of cryptocurrency, Aron told CNBC Wednesday. That's just one of half a dozen ideas that we're working on right now. While Aron did not clarify further, the executive has embraced digital assets, particularly during the height of the pandemic, as his company was propelled the meme stock to status. So, wouldn't that be wild if AMC... So here we had just a few months ago, it seemed that Adam Aron was tepidly flirting with entering the cryptocurrency market, didn't seem to know much about it, and now he's talking about with his team, AMC launching its own cryptocurrency. I'm not sure what to make of this. It's surprising news to me. I don't know if this would be a very successful venture or not. I don't know what practicality, what solid utility an AMC cryptocurrency would bring to the table that's not already set there. But it's interesting. It's interesting, and who knows? Who knows? We'll just have to see what their team says getting back. What are the Asians doing with so much BNB? I don't know. I know that Binance is in Asia, is rooted in Asia, and the CEO there as well. So maybe I assume that probably has something to do with it. Just like a cultural popularity kind of thing, Fernie. Hey, Doge Extra, I saw you sneak in there. Welcome, Doge Extra. Zombie Doge Army, I don't know if I said hi to you yet, but and me, you, welcome me, you. I'm just scrolling up the chat, make sure I didn't miss anyone. Esteban, good to see you. Doge Scotland. You seem a bit poorly tonight. I don't know what that means. Dustin Collins, I'm great with these pumps for you guys. Every time I sell something, it rockets. Yeah, more power to you. If you're the kind of person that's having a lot of success with swing trading strategies, shorting strategies, that's your prerogative. Good for you if you're able to do that. That's not typically a strategy I advise for most people. Most people, unless they're very super seasoned in it, aren't typically going to be super successful in that approach. I more encourage people to find projects they really believe in between the team and utility, and look for success markers long-term. For long-term, make their investments and see things through in long-term, not to sound redundant, because I believe that's going to give more people higher probability of success. Bad Sheep, please tell us how you got into crypto. So I bought a bit of Bitcoin about 6 years ago, and I just learned the very basics on what cryptocurrency was. I thought it was fascinating and kind of weird. And so I just held some Bitcoin, a little bit of Bitcoin that I had for about 6 years. Like once every couple of years, I'd check on it. And about 2 years ago, I started just immersing myself more in it as the trading apps and platforms became so user-friendly that it became a lot easier for me to participate and get on with it. And then I started just doing research on various different cryptos to possibly invest in. And then Dogecoin was on my radar, and I always liked it, but I just wasn't sure about it as a good long-term investment until it got to about a penny and a half. Then I said, I think I'm missing the boat here. I really like what's happening, and I really like the community that's been rising up around it. It just seems like a lot of fun. And then right when it got to 2 cents, the day it got to 2 cents, I was like, that's it, I'm all in. And I put my first position in Dogecoin right at 2 cents, and then I kept buying in at positions thereafter as I could afford it. So in a nutshell, that's how it happened, and I kind of became a crypto-centric, Doge-centric content creator on accident, but it's kind of a happy accident. And I think many times the best things that happen in life are just that, are happy accidents. Abstractus Artemis. Fernie says, I'm dressing as Steven for Halloween. I already bought the outfit. Did you really? I would love to see pictures on Twitter of you or anybody going as me for Halloween. I'm trying to go as Crypto Batman. I was looking online for things to order on time. We are going to have a special Halloween stream, Hollow stream with Nick Balls and myself. Nick will be going as Tiger King. I'm going to try to go as Crypto Batman. So I'm just getting my stuff together for that. Let's see here. Steven, what do you make of Robinhood saying they aren't adding SHIB? Big missed opportunity for them. So yeah, they did just give a clarified statement on that. That's right. That is. Thank you for reminding me of that, because that was in my notes, but I might have forgotten that. Let me see here. I'm going to look up the exact statement they said on it before I comment on it here. Let's see. Oh, it's funny to see one of the first results that came up for SHIB Robinhood was Nicole Arbor. I didn't know Nicole Arbor was really into crypto. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but she was like hashtag Bitcoin, and then she's talking about Nobility Token, which is this fringe small BSC that I put like $100 in like 6 weeks ago. That's not doing quite that well, but I don't know, who knows, right? But it's just funny to see these random things from her. So, you know, is it a big missed opportunity for Robinhood? I think the cons outweigh the pros. I actually made this prediction a few weeks ago, guys. I made this prediction a few weeks ago, and that prediction was that Robinhood was not going to accept SHIB. And so I was correct on that. And Doge Extra coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you for that. Thank you for helping to keep the lights on over here. Appreciate that, Doge Extra. I will do it. You will do what? You got to clarify what you will do, sir. I have not seen the new Dune yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Manju says, Steven, holding Dogecoin for 5 years is a good decision. You know, everyone's got to make the call themselves, but me personally, I'm not a financial advisor, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I do think holding Dogecoin has a high probability of working out pretty well for you if you're willing to hold for 5 years. I feel the same way, though, about Bitcoin. I feel the same way about Ethereum. I feel the same way about things like XRP as well. If you find great projects with a great team and solid utility and a strong community behind it, these are the basic markers you want to look for going long term. And I feel that Dogecoin is exhibited that in spades. So the reason why I said I didn't think that Robinhood was going to take on SHIB is because Doge is far and away, I mean, not even close, guys. It's far and away their number one moneymaker when it comes to cryptocurrency. And it's actually a pretty significant part of their quarterly generated revenue overall when everything's accumulated in its totality. It's stock offerings and crypto offerings. So knowing, and this is what I said. I told you guys this a few weeks ago. I said, knowing Vlad. I think Vlad's much more intelligent than people give him credit for. I think he has his finger on the pulse much more than people realize. I think he understands the sentiments of his and mentality of his general user base of Robinhood. It is the reason why Nick Balls and I disagreed when Nick said Robinhood has no intention on delivering up wallets. And I said, no. They're coming out with wallets. They absolutely are coming out with wallets. It may not happen as quickly and efficiently as we'd like it to, but at that time I predicted that it would come out in 2 months from then. Now, I was wrong on the timeline of which Robinhood would release those wallets, but I was not wrong on them releasing the wallets. And I owe Nick a Steven Steele Live hooded sweatshirt for that, which I need to send out tomorrow. So it's a good reminder for me. But my point being, there's a lot of contention between a fair amount of Dogecoin holders and SHIB. And so I think that Vlad, knowing that Dogecoin is Robinhood's bread and butter, he wouldn't do anything to jeopardize and to alienate that bread and butter. And there would be no bigger risk that Robinhood could take than to platform SHIB. Now, whether you're an investor in both and that doesn't bother you, I get that. Listen, I understand that. But I also think that people, they don't give Vlad enough credit in terms of him actually understanding his user base. That's not to say I'm giving him a hall pass on Robinhood's behavior in the past, because I've been very critical of Robinhood, very critical of Vlad in the past for stifling markets and playing a role in that and not having any real clear answers as to why. Fernie the Futter. Steven, what's his name was looking for you? Okay, who? Who was looking for it? Some of these questions, you guys, I cannot answer them. You guys are being a little bit naughty tonight, a little bit too provocative for what I can read on air. Yeah, so for those reasons is why I didn't anticipate Robinhood to platform SHIB. And it looks like I was right. Zombie Doge Army coming with a $5 super chat. Josh Randell disavows versus Alan Schneider. Let's make it happen. Cage match. 10,000 Doge to the winner. Oh, so we're going to do like an octagon? Get in the octagon and fight for some Dogecoin. That could be good television. Why not? Funny how people don't know the difference between a token and a coin. Bank Stun says, yeah, this is knowledge many of us take for granted, but, we're all beginners somewhere. And, you just gotta help educate people on the basics, and nothing wrong with that. D's nuts. Okay. $2 super chat. That's a nice little troll for any of the fodder, but if you're gonna pay to troll, that's cool with me. Anyway, I don't know who would win between both of those gentlemen, because I've never met them in real life, but I know Alan Schneider is definitely, he's very much an outdoorsman, right? Pretty self-sufficient, self-reliant guy, so I don't know. Only listed on other platforms due to fees they could and can make. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to the next story here, guys. Anyway, the main story, obviously, that I had in the title and the headline is Robinhood now reaches over 1 million people who await their wallets. CNBC reports Robinhood crypto wallets waitlist tops 1 million. CEO says more than 1 million customers are now on the waitlist for the Robinhood crypto wallet. The company's CEO, Vlad Tenev, said The wallet will allow investors to trade, send, and receive digital currencies. Cryptocurrency trading has become more important for Robinhood's top line. The waitlist for Robinhood's recently announced crypto wallet now has more than 1 million customers. The company CEO said Thursday, demonstrating cryptocurrency's increasing importance to the trading app. We're very proud of our cryptocurrency platform and giving people more utility with the coins that they have. Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev said during CNBC's Disruptor 50 Summit on Thursday. We rolled out our wallet's waitlist. A lot of people have been asking for the ability to send and receive cryptocurrencies, transfer them to hardware wallets, transfer them onto the platform to consolidate, and the crypto wallets waitlist is well over 1 million people now. Last month, Robinhood announced it was testing a crypto wallet feature. The wallet will allow investors to trade, send, receive cryptocurrencies, as well as move them in and out of the Robinhood app. And at the end of the day, folks, we're all trying to move in and out, aren't we? Robinhood currently offers 7 digital coins, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. You can have a wallet. You can send people cryptocurrencies from that wallet to the wallet. Tenev said there's a certain advantages that are in the technology that make it kind of global and accessible by default, and it makes everything very, very interesting. So, obviously, it's great news that Vlad keeps making updates. He's very engaged on this conversation. It is moving forward. I do think, if I had to guess, folks, I've been saying it over and over again. I really think 2022 is the year to watch. By the way, I want to welcome Mama Crypto back into the fold as a member. Guys, there is a membership stream happening after the show tonight. I want to apologize to those of you who were looking forward to a membership stream after the show last night, because I said I was going to put one up. I didn't get around to it for personal reasons, so my apologies for that. I will be having a members-only exclusive stream following this show, so that reminded me of it. So welcome back to membership, Mama Crypto. And Mama Crypto, a longtime moderator for me and just an all-around awesome woman. Give Mama Crypto a follow on Twitter as well. She is fantastic. She brings those memes and she brings a lot of sass, and I like Mama Crypto's style. I like her style. And while we're kind of going over some stuff here, feel free to put some questions for me in the chat, because I am scheduling the members only stream right now. And so I'm going to be doing both of these things. It'll take me about a minute and a half. So just bear with me here. When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for blue-blooded girls of independent means. We'd ride in limousines, and the hair came undone when I was 21. I don't know why, but when I sing Frank Sinatra, it makes me feel like a little bit like Ferris Bueller. Great film, right? John Hughes. You can't go wrong with those 80s John Hughes films. Those of you who are a little older know what I'm talking about. I'm sure a few of you younger folks do too. What is your favorite John Hughes film? I really like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but of course I like Ferris Bueller as well. Those are the ones that most notably stand out to me. Though one that really flies under the radar is starring Kevin Bacon, called She's Having a Baby. I know, not the funnest title, but it was really well done. Definitely more of a cerebral film form, but I thought it was really well done. Plus Kate Bush is all over that soundtrack, and I love Kate Bush. You know, you add Kate Bush to your soundtrack, it instantly makes by default, it's going to make your film like 50 times cooler instantaneously. Instantaneously, folks. How are you boppers feeling? Don't worry, I'm almost finished setting up the members only stream. Then I'll spend a little bit more time with you guys in the main chat before moving over there, okay? Yeah, just multitasking, folks. Anybody ever see Better Off Dead with John Cusack? That's another one of my favorite movies of all time. Those jokes are a mile a minute in there. Mile a minute, folks. All right, I'm on the last 30 seconds of setting up this member stream. Then I will catch up on all your comments and perhaps questions and maybe a couple super chats. Almost there, folks. Okay. There we have it. All right, we have got it, folks. We've got it. So let me catch up on the chat here. Zero on the list, Mama Crypto, sweet. Messages redacted. Okay. You guys are holding it down just fine. You were staying very well behaved. Maybe a little too well behaved. Anyway, guys. I think, let me get to the next story. Actually, I wanted to add a little bit onto this one. What is potentially going to happen? We have over a million requests to be crypto wallet holders with Robinhood. Statistically, the overwhelming majority of any participants in the crypto market on Robinhood are Dogecoin holders to greater or lesser degrees. That means when we figure in some rough guesstimations here, we are talking about an astronomical amount of Dogecoin holders that are going to all get wallets simultaneously or rolled out over the course of a couple of days. I think that this is going to likely have an absolutely massive, groundbreaking, historic effect on the adoption, not only the adoption of Dogecoin, but the ascendance in the value of Dogecoin, I think bodes well on both fronts there. So this is awesome news. I think this is probably going to happen early 2022 from everything that I've seen. Now, what else is happening in early 2022? Full release of the Doge Ethereum bridge is roughly estimated around to happen in early 2022. Additionally, Ethereum 2.0 is also rolling out early 2022. So just imagine all three of these things happening around the same time frame. I think things could get very, very interesting, potentially parabolic here, folks. All of these things happening and releasing around the same time period. Again, it is my opinion that 2022 is going to have a high probability of yielding both adoption with cryptocurrency and seeing all-time highs to the likes of which we've never even seen before, not even close. Everything, all the charts I've been seeing, all the algorithms, all the technical analysis that I've been researching is all suggesting and leading up to this. I think this is a very high probability. Like I said, I do think the market's going to trend overall bullish for the next few months with its respective retracements. And I think that's going to not only continue into 2022, but probably just absolutely go gangbusters. So just, take that for what you will. Anyway, guys, I'm going to put a link to the members only stream because we're going to get over to there real shortly here. I'm going to put that link in the chat for you guys. So members, sorry to spam the chat there. I just want to make sure everyone sees it. Members, head there. I'm going to close the stream out. I'm going to take a breather for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll begin there, okay? So if you're not already a member, I have so much more to share with you guys, so much more stuff behind the scenes, and to deep dive on stuff. I'm really looking forward to the members stream tonight. Really looking forward to seeing you members over there. So if you're not already a member, you can become a member very easily by pressing join below the video, and that you can become a member for as little as $4 a month. Will give you access to these special streams and members only content. That's just $1 a month, folks. These are limbo prices. I can't go any lower. So if you're not a member, that's also just another great way to support what we're doing here. Please consider becoming a member. We'd love to have you join us over there. So yeah, I will be over there at about 10:30. Right now it's at my time, it's 10:20 CST, so I'll be over there at about 10:30 my time. I will see you guys over there. I look forward to it. Everyone else, I hope you got something out of this. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Stay positive. Keep the Doge momentum. Keep the Doge momentum. Also, again, if you want to become a member, you can just click the link pinned at the top of the chat. Members, we'll see you in about 20 minutes. Everyone else, we'll just see you when I see you. Thanks again, guys. Take care. This is Steele signing out.